how do I make as much as possible by spending as least time as possible? What are a few answers to that? For example, in this podcast again with Naval, he talks about leverage, right? Talks about financial leverage, human leverage, so human capital, and then you have obviously the one that's like the best today. I mean, code and media.
Yes, I agree. So I was actually with Meow, the co-founder of Jupiter Exchange, at dinner today, and we were talking about what is the single most important super weapon that an entrepreneur can have, and it's leverage, right? And money gives you leverage. So my opinion is some people will value money more than I. What are these individuals? Usually the ones that don't have a lot of money. So I can give them money in exchange for their time and in exchange for their energy. So these people will help me accomplish my goals and my dreams. But now, like Naval says, it gets even crazier because now you can have little bots running around working 24/7. They don't get tired. They don't disobey. They don't clock out. They don't lie about their timesheet. They actually perform, and you can backtrack all of their effort and all of their work, and they can work 24/7. So leverage your money, your resources, your connections in order to automate as many areas of life, both with people and AI bot tools, in order to get to the next level.
In the 40s and the 50s, when people were working at factories before the dollar was hijacked by the Federal Reserve and removed off of the gold standard, you would work 2, 3, 4, 5 years in a factory, make your $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a year, and in 2 years you would buy a house, you would buy a car. You wouldn't have to work 10 years in order to afford a place to live. And that all comes down to the fact that the money printers are the way to steal from people through inflation and through the debasement of currency, which is why what we're seeing nowadays. Like I said, unless you understand monetary policy, unless you understand that finance is the new language of the elite, just like back in the day, Latin used to be the language that the church would utilize to control the peasants. Instead of teaching the peasants Latin, or in this case, the peasants nowadays finance, you would have the Pope or you would have the minister be the one that was the middleman between you and God. And that's why when you look at the US dollar, it says, "In God we trust." It's really funny because you're not trusting in your own ability to decipher what's taking place. You're going off of a middleman. If you look at the tax code, it's 4, 5, 6,000 pages long. Who has time to read that? Who has time to actually understand what's taking place, or if what we're being taxed is legitimate or fair or constitutional or even legal? They don't.
You know, last year I called the kind of the tech rebound on stocks. So I allocated 10% of my net worth into Meta stock when it was about anywhere from $90 to $77. It was layered in. So it was a pretty good buy. And on the DeFi / cryptocurrency side, I think we're going to see a huge competition between traditional finance and DeFi, because the tools that are being implemented in DeFi are absolutely insane. You look at new tools that are coming out, new platforms like Jupiter Exchange, on the Solana ecosystem. You see enhanced products that basically look like traditional finance. It's really crazy. I won't do it now, but if you go on the App Store, you tap the search, you input Phantom Wallet, which is one of these DeFi wallets. You download it, you create a crypto wallet on it, and you go to the exchange, and somebody sends you, let's say, $50 in Tether, $50 in USDC. You could be trading, or you could be in the market buying crypto within 5 minutes.
What are you buying? Give us the sauce, bro, please.
Let them cook.
I would say a really good ecosystem right now is TON, T-O-N. It's the Telegram Open Network. So the founder of Telegram, if you follow the history of Telegram, he launched an ICO and the SEC sued him. It was over $1 billion crazy ICO, and he had to refund everybody. But then they kind of launched it in a decentralized way, and they're building a ton of crazy. So it's the currency of the Telegram ecosystem. So if you're going to bet on something that already exists, that has tons of users, that is actually well developed, I've been looking a lot at the TON ecosystem. It's a $2 billion market cap. It's not a small coin, but it has something that's actually backing it, that has a decade plus of history, trackable, winning teams. I think that that's probably a good place to look, bro.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I feel like push comes to shove, and like we get to a position where you have to actually take that gold. Like, what are you going to do? Fly to these different locations and collect them?
that's the kind of the thing. It's you need, if you're going to have assets, you need to choose which asset you're going to have and where you're going to put them. If you say, okay, you're going to own a house, well, that's even worse under that same premise, because you can't even move that. What about a boat? What about another piece of real estate or something that it's not nimble? So you kind of have to play the cards, because there is a risk factor in everything. Yeah, Bitcoin, you can move it everywhere, but that could dump 40%.
That's true. So you had this huge come up with dropshipping, and then you funneled that money into crypto.
All of it.
You wrote it, sold. Are you going to be buying back in?
It's a great question. I was talking with Luca Nets before this podcast, and we were talking about crypto. The Bitcoin ETF will 99.9% approval rates. It's happening. It's going to get approved. But what happens after it, I have no idea. How I'm going to get in the market, I think I want to get in building products this time around. I kind of invested in things, but I think there's a possibility to just build cool products inside crypto. So I think my approach is going to be different. I'm going to probably pull away from being like a market investor, a trader, to probably getting more hands-on in the game. I just have a club. I have a community of entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs that want to create, multiply, and preserve wealth. What is wealth? Wealth is abundance in every aspect of life. It's not just money. So if people resonate with that message, join me on this journey. If not, on your way, brother. We're continuing on this journey to a million glitches all around the world, with or without you.